Well, hello there. I am on the floor because I want to show you something. So, a couple of videos ago, I spoke about these, which are my leg springs. And now I've had quite a few different questions about them. Some of them I answered in just replies, but some of them would require a video. So this is basically just me answering all your questions, showing you some things that I didn't talk about in the first video of the leg springs. So, first thing, how do I put them on? Now, I briefly showed you like the basic thing of it, but I didn't really show you in detail, so that's what I'm going to do now. Okay, so first things first is if I'm just sat here like this, I need to bring my leg up and bring it towards me. Now, as you can see here, there's a side with two sets of holes, and then the other side has one set of holes, and that's the same on both sides. Now, you need that to be on the left side, or the right outside. You need that to be on the outside of your leg. For this case, it's the right side. So you just hit round, okay, and then you. Let's get a better camera angle. So you put the thing around, and then you bring these straps around, and just put them through like that. And then they're Velcro, so they just stick onto the back of the leg there. I'm not sure if you can see it. And then that's the same for both sets of straps. And I'll show you again with this one. You bring the straps around, put it through this hole, pull, and then Velcro on the back. That's pretty much it, unless they come undone. You need to make sure that they're not too tight, otherwise they will come undone, and they might cause some rubbing or like other things like blisters, but in most cases I don't think you can do them too tight. As you can see, they're on pretty nicely. As well, you need to make sure the spring is behind your knee, otherwise it won't work, obviously, because if it's too high or too low, it might cause it to not bend properly when you move. So that's basically everything about putting the springs on. So I'm now going to put the other one on off camera because I've already shown you how to do it, and then we'll talk about some other things. Okay, so here I am stood up with the springs on. This is basically just to show you how they look when they're on. Obviously they'd be either underneath these, or I would have organised how the trousers were a bit better. Because as they are, you know, there's this awkward bit here, where there's just a bunch of clothes and stuff, and it's not very tight. I just kind of rushed it for the video. But basically you can try and sort them out. Make sure that nothing's going to be in the way. May need to adjust them sometimes, but very rarely. But basically, they just let me do regular movements, but like with the support of them. Like, I don't have a special way of walking with them, to when I'm wearing them to when I'm not. Like, I have my own way of walking because of my disability, but this just makes them easier to do. Like, as you can see, it just makes everything a lot easier to do, supportive wise. Now, they do hinder me lifting my leg up, like that, but the way that I did move my leg, it was kind of easier for me to move my legs up rather than stretch them out when I needed to, and I think the support of standing is a lot greater when I've got them on than any hindrances that they cause. So overall they're very useful for that. Yeah, that's pretty much it for how they work. Nice crotch shot. Now, yeah, like the way that I normally walk With them on, as you can see, because I didn't do them on properly, they just came undone. Now, the way that I walk with them on, as I said, is very similar to the way that I walk with them off. It just gives me that more strength and the more support for walking, as well as the, I guess, confidence in the walking that I do, so they're very useful for that. Now, the way that I walk normally is with a set of crutches, obviously when I'm not using the wheelchair, or if I'm in my house, I'll hold on to like pieces of furniture, like the chairs, walls, all of that good stuff. Basically anything that exists, I will use it to hold on to walk. Just to help support me, act like a crutch. Use it to put my weight on, you know, just something to balance me on, really. There's not a lot that I can really suggest for that. Now, that's pretty much it for the springs, to be honest. Like, there's not much else to really talk about with them, just for the fact that, you know, they already have the support, like I already have the skills of walking, because my injury was a incomplete injury, which luckily left me with the ability to partially use my legs. But these definitely help a lot with that. If you are incomplete with a spinal cord injury or another disability that lets you partially use your legs, they definitely help me. I would recommend them. As I said, you can get them for like 20 quid on AliExpress, so they're not that expensive compared to other medical equipment. And they help out a bunch, at least in my case, especially in like certain situations such as toilets, disabled toilets. You know, I need to get up from the wheelchair to transfer onto something, or anything like that, really. Yeah, that's all there really is to talk about the springs. If you have any more questions, feel free to ask. Got the Instagram, Cardio Microbe, or leave a comment, you know, anything like that, I'll be happy to answer. And I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching, and bye.